Hi. So I'm here to talk about the most important policies that influence my work as a fashion design lecturer, and vice versa, and how I've been influenced by those policies. Those policies, there are 5 policies that I see myself practicing whilst I teach. And they are aligned to what the Quality Assurance Agency has set out. The Quality Assurance Agency is the body the UK body that governs a set of quality and standards in teaching higher education in this country. So I come up with 2 diagrams, one for a subject benchmark statement set out by QAA and the other one for educational for sustainable development, because I think most of what I do because I care, and it's pretty much aligned to a sustainable approach. Meaning that I do it because I would like students to apply that for their professional lives and apply that body of teaching through for their life, really. So always take into account that they will take the positives on board, and they will use it in their own lives. In a way, that's how I see it. Most of my teaching, it's sustainable in that way. So the policies that I'm going to be talking about, they are 5, like I mentioned before. And the first one is pretty much just maintaining currency of the subject matter. As a teacher and also a practitioner, I have to really be current of what's happening in the world of fashion. I have to visit the museums and exhibitions and research about what's happening in fashion, being current with new designers, who's left the house, who's just joined the house, and it's just kind of just amassing a body of information that I can then transfer to students, and they all we're all on the same page in a way. So the second policy, and it's the one that I see myself delivering on very regularly, which is pretty much teaching students a set of new skills and techniques. I do quite a lot of awful lot of workshops in how to develop a range of garments, and how to apply techniques to it, and how to look at primary research and extract information and be able to develop 3-dimensional structures, 2-dimensional work, for then be the body for inspiration for the design development, and then further on make garments. So I pretty much do this very often, and that's really. But then when I deliver that, I try to make sure that they see the value of those techniques, and they can see, and I like them to use it throughout their professional lives. So that is the second. The third policy, it's pretty much just trying to link students with the industry, trying to encourage them to get out of university and just engage in artistic public domain, making sure that they all do work experience and placements, which is I think that's possibly the most important thing that I think students can do whilst at university, is to establish those links and with the industry, because universities can be quite a very secluded sort of environment, and students might not have a realistic understanding of what's happening outside university. So if you can establish those links as a student, then you'll find it yourself, you'll find a lot easier for your integration into the real professional world. So that's the third policy, really. The fourth policy is one that no educator can get out of it, which is assessing, formative and summative assessment. In here also I try to link it with a sustainable approach, because I think one has to bear in mind that the person you're assessing it's a human being like yourself. So you have to sort of bear in mind that that person probably has got a lot of has come to that assessment moment with a lot of personal baggage, a lot of personal circumstances that perhaps are not in the personal favor. So just really be mindful of if there is any problems, or there are any problems with that kind of have affected the delivery of that student's work. The fifth one is also aligned to the fourth one, and it's pretty much a huge topic at the moment, is inclusivity. It's pretty much just, again, caring for the person in front of you, and caring for different needs. Be mindful of backgrounds, be mindful of different cultures, and just kind of trying to really direct your teaching sessions and taking that into consideration. That's really, really important, because at the end of the day, if you're not mindful of those things, maybe your teaching perhaps wouldn't be as effective as you like it to be. So yeah, so there's 5 policies that I just talked about. They are pretty much the core policies of my teaching as FE and HE educator. And like I said when we started this video, they're all pretty much aligned to a sustainable approach. That's the way I see it. Thank you. Bye bye.